Has anybody even tried just...
What's popping, my pimples? Welcome back to Wallace the Probably. You know how the Amazing Digital Circus has over 400 million views? Would you believe it if I said that I was one of them? And I must say, in all of my viewing of the series, I can't believe I missed the inclusion of everyone's favorite character, Shadow the Hedgehog. One animator has made it his goal to stick this hedgehog into this viral series time and time again, to the point that, whether intentionally or not, it has become a consistent joke in the cultural zeitgeist. So let's dive into this more, and if you want more Sonic content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Cool? Cool. It all started with a YouTuber by the name of JPig Animations when he posted this image onto his community tab on YouTube. I learned that there's a stage in Shadow the Hedgehog called Digital Circuit. This is where my brain went to. Now, believe it or not, this is like the single Shadow the Hedgehog stage that got any representation in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. And you can imagine, with these two things sharing the same name, that many Digital Circus jokes and edits have been made, including from JPig himself. Seriously, how talented is this guy? This is so well made, oh my goodness. Anyways, this edit started making its rounds online. I first came across it on Reddit via this post. Now tell me, Pomni, where can I find that damn 4th Chaos Emerald? Already, it was getting reactions from people for just how impressive of a render this is, because let's be real, Shadow blends in a little too well into this scene. Like, the lighting in this alone is just insanely well done to me. Like, are you kidding me? I could not make this. I cannot tell if this is real or edited. Shadow fits too well. I imagine Jack's getting whooped by Shadow each time he wants to annoy him. And Cain is next. When the game glitches and fuses Digital Circuit and Circus Park's assets together. Okay, that comment's actually pretty funny. Seeing this image on the Sonic Reddit, I did what I do best. I reposted the image onto my Twitter with my own caption and got 47k likes from it. Still can't believe this is real. I love lying on the internet, guys. Digital Circuit. Wrong show! Well, I simply posted this funny and moved on with my life. Little did I know this would become an ongoing joke. But before it did, in January of 2025, the creator of Digital Circus, Gooseworx, would post this simple image of Shadow with an arrow pointing at him that simply says Egyptian, with this quote retweet pointing out the Egyptian flag sharing the same color palette as Shadow. Gooseworx is known to just post whatever on Twitter, and I gotta respect it, especially with just how rabid of a fan base this whole series has. And if I were in their shoes, I'd be messing with my audience as well, like 24/7. I don't know if this simple tweet would set anything into motion, but I just thought it was too funny to not bring up, because every time I searched for Shadow in the Amazing Digital Circus, this tweet would show up. Okay, but on to the meat and potatoes of this video. Shadow's Digital Circus crossover would really begin to pick up steam when JPig Animations showed off the animations in his name in August of 2025 by posting this video of Shadow in the 6th episode of the Amazing Digital Circus. What is the significance of this episode? Well, to go off of Netflix's synopsis, Cain arms the crew for a brutal survival game where teams of 2 must hunt for weapons and endure these 3 deaths to be declared the winners. Okay, that might not make it clear enough as to why Shadow is in this, so instead, let me go off the YouTube description. In this episode, gun. Much better. You know what? Maybe the episode's title, They All Get Guns, should have been a giveaway. I can't read.
And this is a loaded gun. Nice.
This has got to be the happiest I've ever seen Shadow. Just the mention of a gun and he's smirking from cheek to cheek. That's more emotion than he's shown in any of the 2010 Sonic games. I just wonder what he'll do with this gun.
I suppose this is the part where one of us betrays the other. What?
Shadow, no! How are they gonna make the final episode of Digital Circus when their 2 biggest stars are dead? Hey man, at least Jack's haters got what they wanted, but in return, they had to say goodbye to their beloved clown girl. The laws of equivalent exchange are just on full display here. Now, this video would be uploaded as short form content and get over 1 million views on Instagram and an additional 1 million views on YouTube. I can't believe we're modding episodes now. Loving this new Shadow Generations DLC. Caine, is this one of your NPCs? Hey man, if that's the case, we're about to see Caine do to Shadow in a couple seconds what Eggman has tried to do to Sonic for 35 years. This video would inspire people like Honey Kiro, apologies if I mispronounced that, who created these lovely renders of both Sonic and Shadow in TADC. You also had some Sonic Twitter comics I covered in a previous video feature Shadow and Sonic in Digital Circus, or vice versa with the show's characters in the Sonic universe. Y'all remember Super Kinger? Now, could this simply be a coincidence, especially with how much crossover both fan bases have? I mean, with how big Digital Circus is, that wouldn't surprise me, but a lot of these came out right after JPig's video, so I must say he's the influencer here. Speaking of JPig, our boy wasn't finished cooking yet. In January of 2026, JPig would upload Shadow in TADC Episode 7, featuring a bunch of edited clips around the 7th episode made into a long-form video, instead of 2 connecting clips of Episode 6 that were in a single short. Again, these are just incredibly well animated, like these are A-tier posts, and I implore any of you watching, if you haven't seen it already, to just check them out on your own. My favorite has got to be the last one, which, spoilers for episode 7 of TADC, I'll wait 2 seconds for you to click off. Aw, duh, that's French for you guys. Jax runs to press a button that would leave everybody trapped in the circus, only for Shadow to come busting in and to punch the dude in the face, pushing the button to set everyone free, only for everyone to respawn underwater. Like, this underwater scene is a completely new addition, but it fits right into the show. Brother, how is he so good at this? Bro, he absolutely would clock Jax in the face before slamming the button. Bro, this is peak. So this is what Shadow was doing during Frontiers. This is how it feels to have an original character. This video would outperform JPig's previous animation by gaining a total of 3 million views on YouTube, not to mention each individual clip getting its own shorts on both YouTube and Instagram, with some of those getting up to 1 million views. This leads us to JPig's, it sounds like I'm saying JPEG. I named this one JPEG. This leads us to JPig's most impressive animation, which premiered at the start of May in 2026. Shadow in TADC, Episode 1, clocking in at an impressive 6 minutes. The first minute starts like a Snapcube fan dub, explaining just how Shadow made it into the Digital Circus universe. Spoilers, of course, it's because of Shadow the Hedgehog, the game. Would have figured. And what follows from there is something you truly need to see for yourself, because I don't want to spoil it. This is a lot of hard work, and I think JPig deserves all the flowers and views he can get. So I'll leave a link to the video in the description, as well as the comments below. As silly as it sounds, it's just mad inspiring to see how talented Sonic fans have gotten, especially when it comes to making these little post animations and transforming them into something much more impressive. Just look at the gaps between each upload and you'll see this is months of work right here. So shout out JPig for putting out these animations and starting this weird trend of putting Sonic characters in the Amazing Digital Circus. I truly hope he can find equal amounts of success outside these animations and that you watching will support him. I want to know though, what are your thoughts on these Sonic Digital Circus crossovers, or just your thoughts on Digital Circus in general? Let me know in the comments below. Shout out my patrons who make videos like this possible, and you for watching. Okay, bye!